So we're back here on 970 WFLA talking to Dave Liniger about the local real estate market. And Dave, one of the things that I found intriguing, in terms of, paying attention to Remax was Remax's focus on productivity. And I posted on our Facebook page, and I actually had some really good questions on here. And some of the questions included, first one, Bob Sokoler from Louisville, Kentucky. He runs one of the top 100 Remax teams in the country. He asked to ask you, how important do you think agent videos of homes and videos of agents themselves will be, how important do you think they'll be in years to come?
Well, technology has added a great deal of value to real estate agents and to the customer. Number one, if you don't know the agent that you're going to be dealing with, you'd certainly like to know as much about them as you possibly can, especially if you're trying to choose between one or another. And so the ability to do a video of your accomplishments, let the person see who you look like, what you are, and how you behave is incredibly valuable. By the same token, people are trying to look at houses on the internet before they look at them in person. There's an old story which goes back 20, 30 years when advertising in newspapers was prevalent, and that was that people would circle 10 properties they wanted to call on and get information on. What they were doing is they were trying to eliminate properties. They were trying to get it down to a manageable group that they could then take a look at. Today's internet viewer is looking at properties and saying, is this the one, or is this one I don't want to bother to waste my time with? And so when you have the ability to video a property and showcase it, it certainly makes it more likely that will be one of the properties people want to look at.
I think, in the technology, that's one of the things Remax has really got under control, as a company. You guys even have tutorial videos for how to put together the right, video of yourself, and social media classes. And it's one of the things we love about the company. One of the questions I had was from a high-producing agent with another company in another market. So you got a chance here to tell them why Remax is so awesome. But she wanted to know, what's one of the key things that Remax is going to focus on in 2013 to continue allowing it to say the phrase, we sell more real estate than any other brand? In other words, why we're number one, and what's going to continue that trend?
Well, the two best sources of customers for a real estate agent are repeats, referrals, and then, of course, sign calls. But the third most important source of customers is the internet. The complete redesign of Remax.com that we went live with in December has increased our web traffic pretty significantly, but even more important, it's increasing the number of page views and the length of time somebody stays on the web. So we see that as being very important to our agents finding good leads, and that the web is so much more important than it ever was before.
And I think, the other side of that, like you mentioned, is so it's not only generating more leads, but the leads are going to end up being better quality if they're on and using the website for longer.
Sure, they're serious. They're not just shoppers or the next door neighbor trying to see what's that property listed for and how's that compared to my house.
What would you say the top 3 reasons would be an agent decides to become a Remax agent?
Basically, number one, that's leads, and by that, quality leads. All of us can use all the customers we can possibly get. The second thing is the availability of training and retraining. Our market keeps changing over and over again. When we looked at the market 5 years ago, we said traditional business is going to really die off. What's coming next? And that was REOs. So we started retraining how to get access to REOs, and then the next thing was short sales. We started emphasizing short sale training. The next was investors, and we started changing our training program to also include that. And so you got to keep reinventing yourself every year. And finally, the third thing is leadership. There are no better leaders in the entire real estate business than the Remax broker owners and managers. There's just no doubt with the productivity of our agents, the length of time that they've been in the business, we have the very best leaders there are.
And I love the productivity of the people you're around, because when I talk to Remax broker owners and Remax agents around the country, you're dealing with agents. There are a lot of different franchise models out there, and to each his own. But Remax's focus on productive, successful agents, not just getting as many agents as you can, is something that was very intriguing to me. And I found that when I talk to Remax agents around the country, I'm talking to full-time, successful professionals that know how to grow a business.
Andrew, you play better golf with better golfers. When you're in an office that's filled with top producers, there's an excitement to the office. There's a electricity. And when you're seeing everybody else has got lots of customers, they're very active, they're very busy, that's kind of the work habits that you establish for yourself. You play up to your competition.
One other aspect of that I think is going to be huge, again, especially in our market, the global website is phenomenal, allowing it to be transcribed into just about any language out there. For people in other parts of the world to look for homes, it's global.remax.com is something in our market that'll help drive international business to our team and our agents. I think that's a phenomenal initiative.
Well, the thing that's important is every home seller out there is trying to get the maximum exposure they can on their property. The more people that look at it or want to look at it, the more likely it is they're going to find that one buyer that is perfect. Global.remax.com exposes the properties to literally an unending source of international buyers. It costs the home seller nothing else. You get both Remax.com, which is heavily visited because of TV advertising and our reputation, but then you get the international.com. In a place like Florida, where as much as 15% of your business are international purchasers, vast majority of which are coming from the Caribbean, Central America, South America, the fact that we have 30 languages, hundreds of thousands of listings in 60 countries, it does create a tremendous amount of network traffic.
So Dave, what's it feel like to know that at the Remax conference in February, it's going to be the 40th year of Remax?
Well, I hope nobody out there realizes, I'm not an old man, for crying out loud. I started the company when I was about 10 years old, so I'm still very young. No, it's a marvelous adventure. Almost anybody that's ever started their own company and has won the struggles and made it and succeeded for 5 or 10 or 20 years knows the feeling of accomplishment. To me, I'm very humble. I'm nobody special. I started the company. We had a great idea. I surrounded myself with fantastic partners, and it grew and it grew. And today it grows because of the people, not because of the founders. So to me, world-class adventure, a lot of fun. And as you know, I missed last year's convention, first one in 39. And I am so grateful to be alive and having the opportunity to go see my friends, shake hands, and celebrate our success.
I think we'll have a lot of fun in Vegas. Speaking of change in the real estate industry, I don't think you do give yourself enough credit there. There are a lot of people, in fact, on my fan page and private messages on Facebook today, just wanted people saying, hey, tell them thanks for changing the real estate industry. And I think you impacted that. And on a sad note, we lost somebody over the past week that I think it's actually a little over a week ago, but that had a huge impact on our real estate market. Howard Brenton, I had a chance only to meet him just a couple of times as we had started to grow just when he was transitioning out of Star Power. But speak for a minute on how he impacted not just Remax, but really improving the real estate industry.
Well, Howard and I met back in 1971. As a matter of fact, we were co-founders of the Douglas-Elbert County Board of Realtors. I went one direction of starting the Remax organization, and he kind of went in another one. He really loved being a teacher. And so for the next 40 years of his life, he created something called Howard Brenton's Star Power, and it was a advanced leadership training program for top producers. He impacted the lives of literally tens of thousands of realtors who wanted to be more professional, more successful, be able to figure out how to give better customer service and how to earn their paychecks better. And so Howard was a tremendous leader, a good friend. He was a mentor to the Remax organization. He was one of our most favorite instructors. And unfortunately, he got cancer 4 years ago. He fought very valiantly. He lived very positively for another 4 years, providing an example for every one of us, and he will be missed.
You know, he paved the way for so many of these organizations that are present today that focus on training different designations and different networking groups, and he was really kind of the pioneer of that approach. So he's certainly going to be missed, but I think his legacy will be remembered for a long time by all of us in the real estate industry. So, you know, one last thing I wanted to get to, you know, before the end of the show, I had another question from somebody, you know, that kind of, you know, chimed in. You know, what would you say are reasons a Remax broker stays at a Remax office?
Well,
or a Remax agent?
I think what happens is that I think two things. Number one, you get comfortable. You like the people you're with. It's a very professional environment, and it just fits. But I think the other thing is the proof of the pie is in the pudding, and that is Remax agents outproduce all the other agents in the country. You can look statistically at every category from listing price, sale price, volume, number of deals done, and high productivity is incredibly important. It just shows that you're affiliated with the best.
And I can see that, you know, personally, our business from 2011 to 2012, we lost one agent, added one agent. We've added the last month several, but ultimately our business grew 60% just in changing companies. So we went from $35 million in sales to $52 million in sales. I think it was maybe it's 33 to 52, but huge drop or huge increase in production. No change in the number of agents or in our marketing spend. So just the alignment with a, you know, superior brand has helped us. Well, Dave, I appreciate you coming on the show. The last 5 minutes I'm going to use to talk about a couple local things, but I'll plan on seeing you in Las Vegas in a little over a month.
Okay. Best of luck to you, and congratulations on a great year.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Bye. So, again, you're listening to the Duncan Duo Real Estate Show. We'll continue the conversation, wrap up the show here after a quick break on 970 WFLA.